Welcome back. You're watching the Breaking News show right here on CNN News 18. We're now taking you to breaking news we've got coming in regarding political developments in Rajasthan, where Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot came out in support for his former deputy Sachin Pilot in an attack by the BJP in a poll year. Remember, this is important because over the last few months we've been drawing focus to a back and forth that's continued between Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot. This is actually a back and forth that's continued for years now, with Sachin Pilot seemingly continuing to demand the Chief Minister's seat. Now, this recent exchange is a pleasant surprise after that. The attack came forward from the BJP. A little bit of context before we go over to my colleague Pallavi for more context. Chief Minister and Congress leader Ashok Gehlot actually stood up for the defense of his party colleague Sachin Pilot. This was in a tweet. Now, this tweet came after the BJP's Amit Malviya originally attempted to attack Sachin Pilot on the record of his father Rajesh Pilot when Rajesh Pilot worked for the Indian Air Force. Now, Sachin Pilot did respond to that. He did correct what it is that Amit Malviya had said. But the BJP's response also got a further response from the Congress Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, who pointed out that Rajesh Pilot was someone who'd worked for the Indian Air Force and someone of great honor. My colleague Pallavi to bring us more context of what exactly that tweet says. Pallavi, over to you.
This was essentially in the context of, say, Mizoram and a bombing over Mizoram when Rajesh Pilot was in Air Force. And so pot shots which were essentially being taken over the Congress party was the fact that it was in there, in the northeast, towards the of course, also in the context of what's happening in Manipur. But you're absolutely right. The real story is, the fact is that very unheard of in recent times, a complete support for Sachin Pilot by Ashok Gehlot. Look, even when on times it has come to party matters, the two of them have never openly supported each other. But post that meeting, which was recently held for Rajasthan Lok Sabha and also over the assembly elections, the word which went out from the central leadership, particularly Rahul Gandhi, is that do put up a united front. Congress is very, very hopeful and optimistic about Rajasthan. And in such a situation, both the camps are very hopeful of they being kind of placated. The Sachin Pilot camp hopes that this time around, if the Congress party comes back to power, he certainly could be made the Chief Minister. Similar feeling within the Gehlot camp as well. Most importantly is that the BJP will always take advantage of any division within the Congress party. So Ashok Gehlot's open support for Sachin Pilot and his father, the late Rajesh Pilot, in that sense at least sends out a message to the BJP that on issue we are all together. Any bitterness which may have been between us has been covered up by a Rajasthan Congress and for the central leadership in the Congress party. This certainly comes as good news.
Pallavi, could you just tell us, we were not able to tell our audiences at the time that that meeting took place between Rahul Gandhi and the senior leadership in the Rajasthan Congress that seemingly seemed to end this feud. We weren't able to tell our audiences what it is that had led to the burying of the hatchet. Now, while we don't have more details of that, behind the scenes, has it largely been peaceful since then?
But we have been reporting on this when that meeting did take place, and we had reported it even then also, that this was a simple word which went in from Rahul Gandhi is that, the election is going to be fought under the common leadership of both Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot. No names are going to be announced as a CM, which placates both the sides. And third is the three key demands of Sachin Pilot, which is regarding the paper leak case, a new law regarding that. All of those three key demands have been accepted and are also going to be considered and implemented, which also includes some kind of an investigation into the role of the Vasundhara Raje government. I think that was good enough to bury the hatchet between the two sides. Okay. But I think more than that, it's that optimism that we can come to power, at least if we seemingly sink our differences publicly.
Very important clarification coming in from my colleague Pallavi. Thank you for clarifying that for us.